What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know.
Bill Belichick lands a new gig. And this is very interesting. This is like right up my alley, right? I love people that break down film and watching with former coaches, especially like coaches of his caliber, what they have to say. And Bill Belichick is going to be breaking down film for Underdog Fantasy's football show. What y'all think about that, man? I think that's dope.
I mean, you're going to be able to see a different side of Coach Belichick. Like, you know, you always think of like, you know, the most fun or the most emotion you get out of him is when his sleeves are cut off his hoodie at training camp and stuff. Like, you're actually going to see, well, at least I'm assuming you're going to be able to see like the fun side of Belichick that you never saw in press conferences. You never really saw, you know, in anything like at practices or, you know, we didn't get to see that side of him much. And so he's doing this along with joining the Pat McAfee show at times, as well as the Manning cast for Monday Night Football. So I think it'll be a cool experience. And of course, like you mentioned, like this guy is an incredible coach, and just being able to hear his insights and be able to kind of pick his brain on how he sees the game, especially from a defensive point of view, I think is going to be really cool for us fans because, you know, whether you give Belichick or Tom Brady more credit for the Patriots' success, you can't deny he's a great coach, right? Yeah. Even though you had Tom Brady, you can't just accidentally do what they did, right? So Belichick, he's a great coach, and I'm excited just to hear like what he has to say and to see some of the things that he sees, because I mean he's a brilliant mind. So I think it'll be really cool for us fans.
I think like probably one of the things that he's going to be remembered for most of all is like being the coach that made probably the hardest decision after, you know, Drew Bledsoe got hurt and putting in a really an unproven Tom Brady back there, and it tended to work out. Now you end up having the best quarterback of all time that we've ever seen play in the game. So that's, you know, that's really cool on that aspect. But as like a film watching guy, man, I'm gonna have my notepad out like heavy because I want to see what he sees. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never played at that level. I don't know what it's like, but just to almost feel like that you're inside that same room with a mind like him is going to be pretty cool. So the fact that Underdog Fantasy actually, I wonder how much money that they paid Bill Belichick to even do that. To be completely honest with you, you see Underdog Fantasy everywhere, but I didn't know they had that much money. But on the other side of that, they are a betting play. That's where they get most of their money from too. So
yeah.
What you think, sir?
I mean, yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting because we're so used to, you know, the normal Bill Belichick that we have of just, you know, always looks angry at the world, always is never satisfied, even until the end, all that stuff. You can always find some critique, even if, you know, they win the Super Bowl, you can always find something to critique and get them prepared for. Even so, there was a report I saw a couple of days ago when they were hosting AJ Brown and Deebo Samuel. Those two were friends. So, you know, they were having a bit more fun goofing off at the Patriots training camp for, you know, before the draft. And that's why Bill Belichick didn't draft them, because he was like, they didn't take it too seriously. But now that, you know, Belichick's kind of retired, I mean, we saw he has a sense of humor. We saw it at the whole Tom Brady roasting things, and they, you know, he was finally able to roast the players. The players are finally able to roast at him. You know, it could be that 24-year-old cheerleader he's dating that's giving him new life. Who knows? You know, that's also part of it. But it's gonna. All right, let's not act like that's not a part of it.
This is
all right.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
Dude, imagine if that dad was like a Dolphins fan or something. Finally, after years of seeing the Patriots own you, he finally starts like, the Patriots don't look the best anymore. Tom Brady's gone. Belichick's retired. And you're like, finally. And then your daughter's just like, oh, Dad, my boyfriend's here. You open up the door and it's Bill Belichick. It's like, nope.
Yeah.
He's stuffing you in a locker again. It ain't happening.
It's definitely weird.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to look at it on both sides because, you know, defense, even after Tom Brady, Patriots still always had a good defense. That was always, you know, Belichick's number one thing was he was able to coach a good defense. So I feel like the defensive side of the ball, like all the defensive schemes and stuff that he's going to break down from that is going to be really interesting and noteworthy. And then again, also on offense, working with the greatest quarterback of all time, it's a win-win situation. So it's, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see. Who knows? Maybe the dog that did all the draft picks that one year in 2020 will also be there.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I was gonna say that was the true humor of Bill Belichick, not the sleeveless hoodies. It was him having the dog make the draft picks while he was elsewhere.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. And yeah, man, I mean, again, like I said, for somebody like me, I'm really gonna enjoy that. I mean, hopefully I don't put it behind a paywall or something, because that would suck. But
that would be so upsetting.
Well, honestly, I would probably pay for something like that to see that every single week. Yeah. I mean, that's just good TV for me as far as like a X and O's nerd. But you know, I just want to feel like that I'm back in them rooms again. You know, so
yeah, I do think it's interesting the reports saying that some coaches, you know, not only offered him a position on their coaching staff, but I believe specifically Kyle Shanahan was mentioned as a coach who told Belichick, hey, you can come on like as my, like on any position on this staff. I just think that's interesting that he turned down all of that. It's kind of clear to me that he wants a break from coaching. And it seems like these roles that he's taking on now will just be like more of a lower stress way to still be involved with the game and also just do something new.
And it's also interesting because you still have people like Belichick's, you know, the betting odds, or, you know, if Sirianni got fired after this season, he leads to take over for the Eagles. You know, there was talks of Sirianni being let go, you know, during this offseason and Belichick coming here now. So, and, you know, it was the same thing with like Atlanta. A lot of Atlanta fans thought they were getting Bill Belichick. And again, it's another thing of just, there's still bets of like, if so-and-so coach gets fired after this season, then it's going to be Bill Belichick. So it's interesting to see if this sticks well.
Yeah. Just like I said, put it behind a paywall. Don't put it behind a paywall. I don't know. It's just going to be like watching Tom Brady announce games now. Like,
I will be in this chair either way.
People are going to hate how nerdy that Tom Brady's going to be on the air. If you already didn't like, what's his name, Tony Romo, and the way that he announces games, you definitely going to hate. You're going to hate Tom Brady. I mean, not only for the people that hate him just because he won so much and people are not Patriots fans or whatever, but like now you got to see this game or see this guy again, like just go in there and just start wrecking havoc as an announcer too, because nobody's going to be able to keep up. So I don't know. I'm excited for this though. Either way it goes. I would love to pick his brain, but
I'm
hopefully if they do like a live show, like you can call in and ask him questions too. That'll be dope.
I'm wondering if it's also going to eventually evolve to like what the Manning brothers do, of how they have their podcast, and even after like some plays, they'll pull up that play again, and they'll have like they'll still have the live version of the game, but they'll be breaking down like, you know, a certain touchdown play, and it's like you see the quarterback 3-step drop here and all that stuff, kind of bringing it down. Yeah. So I'm curious how far this will evolve.
Yeah, I'm in there like swimwear regardless. we getting down with the Bill Belichick. All right,
it's like the draft party. You got the pizza and wings out on the table, notebooks right there. I'm ready, Bill. Let's go.
You know how people binge watch Netflix? Dante binge watches Bill Belichick break down the X's and O's. I seen every episode. Shoot me. I could go in there and coach a football team now.
What is this off room for? That's the Bill Belichick watching room, dog. Don't mess with it.
Yep.
All the notepads are, once they get filled out, they get hung up on a wall in a shadow box.
I can't wait. Bill Media is gonna get him a new perspective on the game. He's gonna come back and win the Super Bowl. I don't know if he's ever going to get a different perspective on the game with a dude that's been coaching this long and has been through the ups and the downs, man. It's like him and Nick Saban have seen everything that they need to see in their perspective, especially Nick Saban, because he's coaching the NFL too, and he's good and they're good friends with each other. So like, I mean, where are you going to be able to tell Bill Belichick and Nick Saban that they already haven't seen? Boy, sit down somewhere.
Well, it is kind of funny because you know, when the Patriots still had Brady, it was both Alabama and the Patriots never won the Super, or like the respected championship, you know, the same year. It was always like, if Alabama won it, the Patriots weren't winning it, and vice versa. If Alabama didn't win it, then the Patriots were going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was always the betting go-to.
I mean, it's true. It's hard not to think that. This is why I think the new college football game next year should be called Saban 26. We got Madden on the cover. Put Saban on the cover. You know what? I honestly, this is what I'm gonna do. Y'all know I've been doing like the little graphic design posters and all that. I'm gonna do like a special edition like Nick Saban like cover.
Yeah, do that.
Or I should do like all the covers of who I think is gonna be next year. Watch out, yeah. I'm coming for your neck.